So this is the fourth video in this series of making almond paste marzipan. And now I'm going to decorate a fruit rum cake, cover it with marzipan, and then royal icing. I don't know if you watched the other videos, but if you didn't, you can go back and watch them. The other 3 videos before this one, actually 4. Anyway, I start out with rolling out the marzipan. You see the other videos. In the other videos, I showed you how I make the marzipan and roll it out. I am decorating an 8-inch cake. That's 8 inches in diameter. And you have the sides 3 inches. So I'm measuring up 14 inches on this. It got to be at least 14 inches on the marzipan. So I'm gonna put it on I put it on the cake using some royal icing. I'm gonna use royal icing on the top and the sides so that it will stick. If you don't put something on there and it's dry, it will move around, and you don't want it moving around and get pockets of air or anything like that. So I put royal icing around it, and I use my rolling pin to roll the icing. And you gotta make sure the rolling pin, the marzipan is not gonna stick on the rolling pin. So you just roll it over, and then you roll it the other way on the cake. So we do the same thing for fondant. When you're doing fondant on a cake, which I'll do later on before the year ends. um, so I cut off all the extra bits, and as you can see, some parts got torn because while you're putting it on, it's pulling down, but that's easily fixed. Just use a little marzipan and cover those holes, and then you're gonna smooth it out anyway. So, and that's not gonna be showing, it's gonna be on the bottom of the royal icing. You put those away and take them, so that they don't get dried out. Before I put the cake on the board, I had forgotten to put some royal icing. So I had to put some underneath because I had to lift it off, put some underneath because your cake will move around when you're working with it, and you don't want that. So I put the cake back and proceed to decorate my cake. Put royal icing on the cake and decorate it. So you use the fondant smoother to press and smooth and the little spots that you see. And if there's a puffed up little area where air is, you use a toothpick and you stick it in there and rub over it. It goes right down. Because when you're putting it on, sometimes it lifts up and trap air under there. Just make sure it's smooth. And we're going to decorate the cake now. I'm using this cake icer tip, they're called. And this one has a jagged edge if you wanted your cake look like that, or if you want, but anyway, put my royal icing inside the bag. I showed you that before when I was showing you some decoration in a previous video, so you can go back and look at those. I also did a rum cake, a fruit cake, about 2 years ago. You can go back and look at that if you've not seen it. Make sure all the air is squeezed out of the bag, or you'll get little poofs or little air pockets when you're trying to squeeze the icing out. That is another large tip, but I don't want that one. It takes too much icing. I prefer this smaller one. I've had this for years, man, since like the 90s. Yeah, when I was doing wedding cakes. That's when I started gathering all my stuff. Most of these things were gathered over the years. And that's the top of the cake, just showing you after I pull the icing right across, what it looks like, and you put them closely. You don't want gaps. Then I proceed to do the sides. And this is one way of putting on icing on your cake. You can use the icer tip, but you could also, I'm going to show you the other way that most people do, where you just take the spatula and put it on it. But a lot of people have problem with getting, especially when you're not using marzipan, if you're just putting it on the cake, you will end up with crumb. That's why we have to do a crumb coat. And in another video, I'll show you a cake where we just put the icing on the cake, do the crumb coat, and so on. So you'll see how that goes if you don't know how to do that. And these spatulas, some are smooth, some are bent. They have different shape. You just choose the one you want for the occasion. So this is the other way of putting the icing on your cake, which is what most people do, and smoothing it as you go. And you put it around on the top, and you smooth it as best as you can as you go. But I'm going to show you another way, you know, well, a procedure that you can use to get your icing smooth. You could use a paper towel. There's one that is very smooth. I forgot the name of it. But you can just use a paper towel along with your icing smoother, and you just rub it beside the paper. Don't squeeze it too hard. You know, you don't want to squeeze off the icing. You're just going to touch it around, get down all those little spots that's sticking out, or any little thing that is there that's not quite straight. And if you're putting a side design on your cake, like basket weave or anything like that, you don't even have to smooth it that much. But anyway, I proceed to put on icing at the top, which is, you know, it's royal icing, same royal icing. And I have another video showing you how I do decorations. You can look at that. These little green design are called reverse shells. This is a silicone mold. I have lots of them that I use to get a different design on a cake. And this is one way to get, look at that design. Isn't it nice? So this is marzipan, and I colored it. And then, you know, roll it out and put it on the silicone mold and straighten up the sides, because I'm going to put that, I'm putting that at the bottom. And these are some little Christmas decorations that you get. These are molds that I use to make all these little decoration for the cake, since I was theming it for Christmas. And once you put the design around your cake, you can do, you know, you can put it on top. You could do the whole cake with the design. And I proceed to do my my little marzipan fruits. I'll show you in another video if you want. Please say below you want to see how to make these fruits, and I'll do a video for the fruit. But I couldn't put everything in this video. So I did the fruit, did different fruit, oranges, pears. I even did that little, I did banana, and that little gimbalin on top. You know those long gimbalin, like a yellow one. Yeah, and I cut out and roll out some little balls to make the holly fruit, and cut out the holly leaves. And those are just some little design, as I showed you before, that I'm putting on there to finish the cake. I also sprinkle some edible dust on the cake, you know, for sparkle and so on, and it's all over everything. So it's really pretty. Wish you could have seen it close up. But anyway, that's the cake. That's how I decorate the cake. And finally we cut it about 2 days after. And yeah, so you'll see what it looks like. Yeah, I cut pieces and we had a nice time. Still have a little piece left over there. But I like to have pieces of fruit in my cake. So maybe you can see, I don't want my fruit to be crushed out when I'm making cake for myself. So I had pieces of fruit. You'll see some of them sticking out. So please remember to subscribe if you like my channel and you want to see more videos. I'm going to do a few more before the end of the year, maybe 5 more. I'm going to do a fruitcake video where, you know, you see how I put on my royal icing. And maybe I'll do one with fondant and one without. But anyway, I want to thank you again for coming back to my channel and watching. I'm also going to do a giveaway. Maybe I'll announce it after this. Still trying to figure out what to give away. Anyway, I'm going to do a giveaway for you guys. And thank you very much for your subscription, all the new subscribers and the old one who come back and watch my videos. I really appreciate it. Without you, I would have no channel. So, want to just show my appreciation by giving away maybe 2 items for 2,000. A little over 2,000 by now, but I'm gonna give you guys something where you can to show my appreciation for watching. And if there's a video you want me to show you, please mention it below. Say what it is you'd like. And if it's something I can do, I'll do it. I'm gonna do a lot more baking videos and decorating videos. I see that you guys like the decorating videos, so I'm gonna do more of that so you can see how to do your own cake. Maybe early next year I'll do a wedding cake for the new cake season, a whole 3-tier wedding cake. So keep watching, and as I said, anything you want me to show you, please don't hesitate to say, and I'll try to do that for you guys. Thanks again for watching.